Welcome back to the Box of Delights game channel. We're playing Memoir 44. We've just completed our first turn as the Allies and now it's the Axis' first turn. We're making a push up the left flank here, trying to take out the German artillery. Let's see how they respond. The Axis player has decided to use this move out card. And this says issue an order to 4 infantry units. So that's in any sector. And the 4 units they've chosen to order, I'm going to mark them with these medals, because we don't actually need the medals in this game for this scenario. I'll tell you why once we get our first victory point. But normally these are, you can use these to mark certain locations where victory points can be gained. So I'm going to use these, and it'll help with the video to indicate which units are being ordered. So it's this unit here, this unit here, this unit here, and this unit here. So this first order from the Axis player is to move this German infantry unit up into this town of Toulon. This unit here in the centre is going to move 2 across here. So maybe he's moving these guys in, recognising the threat over here. Now this infantry unit's not going to move. I mean, one option might have been for him to move into this spot here, I guess, but the problem with these barbed wire is that infantry units sitting on a tile or a hex with barbed wire battle out, so if they're attacking, they use 1 less dice, battle dice. Right, so this infantry unit's going to stay put. I guess he's going to try and attack these guys. And this infantry unit here is also going to stay put. So these 2 units have been ordered because he wants them to battle. So this infantry unit first is going to battle with, in close combat, 3 dice, minus 1 dice because of the forests here which are giving me cover. We have 1 retreat and 1 miss. I have to retreat, and I'm going to retreat. Well, I've got 2 options. I can either back up here and let my armour go through, or back up here and let my armour go around the outside. I'm going to retreat here. One more thing to add, the Axis player did say that should I retreat, he will take ground. So the German infantry move back into the forests. Now we move across to this German infantry unit here. This German infantry unit is going to attack our infantry unit here. They have line of sight, remember they can get line of sight across this line, but they don't have line of sight onto this unit here because these forests here block line of sight. So from that range they would have 2 battle dice. Remember it's 3, 2. But I have protection from the forest here, so they lose 1 dice. So it's just 1 battle dice to attack here. And it's a grenade, so that's a hit. And this will take out 1 of my infantry. And that ends their turn. So lastly, they take 1 more command card. Notice they've only got 4 command cards, we've got 6, so the Axis are at a significant disadvantage with the flexibility of the commands they can issue. And it's the Allies' turn once more. Lieutenant General Edgar de Lamanat has just moved up on the left-hand flank, and we're looking at trying to take out this German artillery position. The problem I have is a lack of command cards. So command's breaking down a little bit over here on the left. I'm going to have to try and do something about that if I can. One card I do have, and maybe now is the time to use it, is Infantry Assault. This is going to allow me to issue an order to all infantry units in one section. It also means they can move up to 2 hexes and still battle or 3 hexes and not battle. So it's giving a little bit more mobility to my infantry units. The other thing to do in this game is, if you are struggling with command, is to use one of your poor cards, in particular cards like Recon. And with a card like Recon, what it says is that at the end of your turn, when you're drawing, you actually draw 2 command cards and you get to choose one and discard the other. So that's another option. You know, if you feel like, you know, command's breaking down a little bit, you haven't got the cards you want, think about using another, you know, a poorer card with a view of, you know, just stalling your turn for a while in order to get some new cards out, and better cards out. So I'm going to lay down this infantry assault, and I'm going to use this middle sector, this middle section. So all infantry units in the middle section are ordered. Now remember, I'm going to use these little tokens here just to flag up for you which units those are. Now the advantage of moving this unit here last time means it's also in the centre. I'm still not going to be able to push through these forests any quicker, and likewise if I move in here onto this barbed wire and forests, tells me that the unit moving here must stop. So I'm going to order these units across here. We're going to have a bit of a push, and these guys are going to have to move forward and they won't be able to battle. And these guys here, I'm going to move here, and again they won't be able to battle because they're moving in forests. So I've got a big push going on in the centre. Okay, let's move into the battle phase now. So these are my 3 infantry units now, which can still battle even though they moved 2 tiles, because infantry assault allowed me to do so. First thing I'm going to do is have this infantry unit attack this German infantry unit here on the hill. Now hills are going to do 2 things. One, I'm going to start with 3 dice. The hills are going to reduce that. I've got line of sight, remember, and I'm in range, so the range gives me 3 dice. The hills are going to reduce that by 1. Sometimes 2 dice. Now here's a question that comes up, I think, quite a lot from new players. The sandbags here will also reduce by 1 battle dice, but only if the unit has not already benefited from its terrain. So in this case, the sandbags are not going to reduce. You know, you can't say -1 for the terrain and then -1 for the sandbags. In summary, I start with 3 dice. The hill reduces by 1 down to 2 dice. The sandbags do not reduce the dice any further. However, the sandbags, remember, they also allow you to ignore the first flag. That continues to apply. So if I roll these 2 dice and roll a flag, this German infantry unit can ignore the first flag because of the sandbags. Okay? So let's roll our dice to see what happens. I'm attacking here, remember. Whoa! Okay, that's 2 infantry units killed. Sorry about the sound effects. No retreat. Right. This infantry unit now is going to attack this infantry unit. Okay, so the same situation again. I start with 3 dice, the hill reduces it down to 2, but the sandbags don't reduce it any further. So let's roll for this attack on these guys. I'm looking for 2. The same again would be good. Whoa! We got it. We got an infantry and a grenade. That kills these 2 units. When you remove the final figure from a unit, this becomes a victory point. So we get to place this down here on our victory point track. The other thing that happens is if you destroy a unit where the sandbags were, these units are kind of looking after these sandbags. So as soon as the unit disappears, either they move out or they get destroyed, the sandbags get eliminated as well. So those sandbags kind of come with the unit, if you like. It's like those units are dug in. Okay, we've got 1 more unit to order. Again, same situation, but this time I'm going to battle this infantry unit here. So it's 2 dice because of the hill. and we've got 1 grenade and 1 flag. So remember, we do the hits first. This is a hit. This hits anything. So we take away 1 German infantry unit. And because of the sandbags, they can choose to ignore the first flag if they wish. Okay, the decision is we will ignore the... Remember, this is a May. This was an optional. They didn't have to. They could have retreated on that flag if they wanted to. But, okay, Axis players decided to hold his ground here and ignore this flag. Right, that's our final unit ordered. So we discard our infantry assault. And we could, if we wish, take ground with this infantry unit. I always forget the take ground rule. So we're going to do that. And then lastly we get to draw a new command card, which is probe order 2 units in the centre. And that ends our turn.